venture. JV is joint venture. We actually joint venture with our deal finders. We actually do help them to find cash buyers. You saw that Reese, our deal closer, was the one that actually pitched Nikki's deal at our deals meetup. So we joint venture, not only co-wholesale, split wholesale fees, but we also will joint venture and help introduce you and connect you with private money partners. And so we do that for our deal finders clients. We do that for our deal mastery students. And again, I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way. I started off the presentation saying I had to learn the hard way because when I first got introduced into real estate, I had a friend who turned mentor. We both were young. He had the fortune of house hacking. It wasn't a term known at the time, but he was living in a 2-unit in-the-group townhouse, renting out the second floor, living on the first floor. And I was living on an in-the-group townhouse, which was just 1 unit. And he was trying to get me to partner with him to split the profits on fix and flips and wholesale deals, 50-50. And he just wanted me to get the loans, to be his credit partner, because his credit was bad. I kept making excuses, kept doing runarounds as to why this deal didn't make sense, why that deal didn't make sense. And I was chasing deals at the time, okay? Little did I know there are no perfect deals. And you make money in real estate through resources, relationships, and real estate. It's not the other way around, okay? If you're chasing deals, you're just chasing a property, chasing a deal, you're not going to sustain the test of time in this business. You have to invest in your resources, you have to invest in your relationships, and that's going to bring more real estate opportunities to you than you can imagine. So that was the school of hard knocks for me. It took me 18 months to realize if I would have just invested in that relationship with my friend Sean, in terms of strengthening our relationship in becoming and trusting and becoming partners at the time, then the profits and the results and the cash flow, would have just started flowing over. But I was chasing deals, searching for a perfect deal, and that was, my school of hard knocks. And I just really want you guys to not make those same mistakes. Make the investments in your resources, make the investments in the relationships, and we're here to support you from a relationship standpoint. We have the resources with the Deal Finders Formula training, and also if you want to take advantage of our Deal Finders Challenge. The time is now to act because of the market shift we're in. We're in unprecedented times where there really is potential gold rush right now with real estate opportunities, very similar to what we had in '08, but maybe even worse. We don't know yet. There's no crystal ball, but with the uncertainty of the election coming up, the uncertainty of still double-digit unemployment, there are going to be so many distressed sellers, so many distressed assets. You want to be there like Nikki is, having these motivated sellers contacting you saying, hey, I'm interested in selling. I'm in trouble. Can you help? And you need to be there with the creative solution, like Nikki said, to maybe do some creative financing, some seller financing, to get the deals in your area, wherever you're targeting. She's targeting outside of Cleveland. You could be targeting, here where I am in the DC, Maryland area. You could be targeting in New Jersey, like one of our deal finders down in Atlanta, in Oklahoma, wherever your target market, whatever your target properties, whatever your preferred exit strategy, it's your funnel. You can implement, and we'll help you to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and the Deal Finders Challenge that I'm talking about, I'm actually going to review it right now. So the Deal Finders Challenge, and I'll take questions as well. So Deal Finders Challenge. So we talked about the Deal Finders Formula tonight. We broke down the Deal Finders Formula, which is TL plus ST plus AD plus CC plus SMS plus VM plus MF plus JV. It's a Deal Finders Formula. You can get the Deal Finders Formula at thedealfindersformula.com. Again, you can get the Deal Finders Formula at thedealfindersformula.com. It's a 12-part, 12-hour video training. We've never done it before, but we're now going to break down our Deal Finders Formula into 12-hour, 12-part video training. It is over $5,000 worth of value, but you're going to get all of that training for only $19, which is 50% off for our extended holiday sale tonight. I encourage you to go ahead and take advantage of that. So the Deal Finders Formula is just the 12-hour video training. The Deal Finders Challenge actually is the complete automated Deal Finders funnel with the done-for-you services that Nikki used to actually start her marketing campaign, to see all the results you guys saw tonight, and to get the deal VA support to qualify these leads. So I'm going to walk through the Deal Finders Challenge with you. I told you I'd bring you back in towards the end. So I know when you initially started your campaign, and I think you contacted our office and inquired about closers. So how's it been working with Reese, actually having him help with the three-way calls, negotiating and close to actually get these deals under contract?
It's been pretty good. Actually, the support team, as the leads come in, they're vetted. They actually get me set up with appointments with Reese for the various owners and for the three-way calls for negotiating and talking to the owners and just being able to go on Slack and communicate with you and Reese and you know, everyone else has been a pretty good experience for me, just to know that I could be in touch with someone when I need that, you know. So yeah, and just the fact that, oh, they set the appointments for me, okay. So a wonderful experience with Deal Finder. So just and that's what my struggle was before I signed up, is the help, being able to have someone help me along the way. Again, being new, what's my next step? Reese is there, you're there. I could just go on Slack, ask a question, you know, and it's just been a great experience thus far. And it's in just such a short time. Just, again, just so many leads, and the communication is great. It's either email, Slack, however, if I need to get on the call, call Reese right quick, you know, hey, you know, what's my next step? So it's been a great experience for me thus far. I actually have a lead form in my hand now. It's gotten late, so I can't call. I'll call tomorrow, but it's really been great. Like I said, more leads than I truly expected. So the system really works. The VAs are great, pushing out those emails. So no, we have a lead form. We sent out 8 offers. We sent out 12 offers. We sent, like, whoa, okay. And then we have all these appointments set up for you. This owner at this time, this owner at that time. So I mean, I don't know what more I can ask for with this, you know. So
That's good. That's good. So
yeah.
we had a question about we had a question from someone said, how long have you been in the program? So you just signed up in May, correct? I believe it was
Right.
May.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's at the end of
So
May. Yeah.
end of May. So she signed up end of May, and of course, in getting signed up end of May, she then went through the process of figuring out what her targeting wanted to be, and
Mm-hmm.
she just started her first campaign
Right.
the start of June. So
Right.
yeah, so start of June. And how many properties do you have either negotiating in terms of um, contract discussions right now? How many offers have been sent? Where are you in that process?
Uh, there have been quite a few offers. We did, I think it was last Thursday,
Okay.
had a few calls with sellers. A couple had sold already. There's a couple that's probably interested in seller financing. So it's just some follow up that needs to go through with them and get these contracts signed. A lot of purchase agreements that come through as well. So getting to see what they're asking, and then be able to contact them to negotiate and see what's the best option for them, either the cash sale or the seller financing. So like I said, I have something on my plate right now that I wanted to contact, but I'll get in touch with that person tomorrow. Um, so
That's
it's
good.
been
That's good. And so I'll actually add to that. You provided great context there. But so with her campaign just starting the end of the first week of June,
mhm,
we're basically just hitting that 30-day mark roughly. And so to have a
right.
campaign start and already had as many promising negotiating conversations you've had, and also a contract already ratified, and only have worked through basically 10% of your list in terms of
Right.
contacts, that's phenomenal. I mean, the amount of gold that still needs to be mined from your list based off the numbers we've shown, is impressive. So just continue to work with the deal VAs and have them continue to follow up, and work with your negotiator and closer, and you'll get way more, obviously, than that one property right there that's under contract. It's just the tip of the iceberg right now, obviously.
Right. Right. Yeah,
So
I appreciate it. Yeah.
yep. So that I really appreciate you being on the call tonight. And for those here that are wondering if this is something that you can do yourself by not having experience, some people just got on late. Nikki, so can you tell people? So you can tell people like what your experience was before you actually joined our program, just so people know what type of experience you have.
Sure. Um, I, I I started back last year. It's been about a year now, and again, I was fortunate to get one deal and one fix and flip, and then just now getting my first um, wholesale contract. It's been a struggle, especially trying to do it yourself and with no guidance, no mentorship, and not knowing, the process of finding leads and negotiating price, making sure you gotta have a good price. You're looking at comps, ARVs. It's been a struggle. It is a struggle if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, it's a very slow process, very slow. And I had no leads up until I signed up with Deal Finders, and now it's like more than I could handle. And again, that was the struggle. How do I get these leads? Where am I getting these leads? I tried to tap into other sources, but doing it myself and by myself, it was just a struggle. And I was really getting frustrated, but I knew I could not give up. But Deal Finders has really catapulted me to a point where, hey, that I can do this. This can be done. If I can get these leads coming in and follow up and have someone like Andre and Reese, backing me and supporting me and helping me with good negotiations, with numbers, with lenders, buyers. That's what I needed. And I feel good about it, and I know that I'll be okay and can make it from this point.
That is awesome. So I wanted you guys to hear what she said. I mean, in her words, I've basically just been listening and letting her share her experience. And she said, she's tried so many different ways to get quality leads coming in from off-market sellers, and kept running into dead ends. And then she said when she signed up, she's now getting more leads than she can handle. And that's not just a slogan we put on our emails and our landing pages. We literally will wind up giving you and creating, I should say, not giving you, but creating through using the Deal Finders formula, through using the Deal Finders funnel, the proven process, and the automated system. You will wind up creating more leads than you can handle, and it will require you to, again, leverage our team of VAs and to qualify these leads, and of course set up the appointments on the calendar. And we've made significant improvements even in the last year. We will always continue to improve, always continue to optimize. So a year ago, we were not putting appointments right on your calendar, when our deal VAs spoke to the seller. Now, when the deal VAs speak to the seller, we set up those appointments and put them on your calendar with your closer, if that's, an option that you've elected. So we have those automation efficiencies now in place to make things, even better than ever. So question from Jay. So yes, if you want to have a dedicated closer to work for you, yes, that's an add-on option that you can elect for. But everything starts with just getting the system itself at first, and figuring out what you need, what you have the capacity for. Some people they love the process of negotiating and closing, and that's their favorite part, of the business. And so some people opt to do that themselves. Some people consider themselves to be expert negotiators and closers, and want to go at it themselves, and they find out, hey, what, I'd rather leverage, your team of negotiators and closers. We've had someone like Andrew Posner, who, is a good expert negotiator and closer, and eventually said, let's have your team do it. So at the end of the day, it's personal preference, but we have all the resources you need, depending on the time that you have available and your preferences in terms of how you want to manage your business, what solutions providers, what resources you want to have, at your disposal. So any questions for me or Nikki before we wrap up here? I'm gonna try to make sure I get through all the questions here, going back to the top. But our VAs for the 7-day campaign, their time is included. You don't have to pay anything for their time or their services with that 7-day campaign. All right, I think we pretty much nailed it. Nikki, I think you're still on. Anything you want to say to anyone that's thinking about joining? Maybe she stepped away. I'm not sure. Oh, I think I muted her.
Okay.
Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so anything you'd like to say to anyone that's thinking about joining? Because you were in this particular spot not too long ago, maybe like a month and a half ago. So anything you'd like to say to people that are not yet on the other side? You have been on that side, you're now on the other side. So if you can give a few words of, what you think may be helpful.
Right. To me, it's very helpful, especially if you are a newbie just starting out and just don't know which way to go with it. So I do encourage you to grab hold and let it work for you. Make it work for yourself. And again, you have to put forth the effort. You have the VAs, deal closers, the support team. It's been a great experience for me just in this short time. So it is well worth the time, the investment. So I encourage you guys to get on board with it and make some money, help others out, help them with what's going on in their lives, and
Absolutely.
enhance your life as well.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you said that, because a lot of people think real estate investing is like this, it's like a pariah, in the sense that we're all bad men and women trying to steal properties from old ladies. And that's so far from the truth. Like, we help our deal finders and our deal master students come up with win-win solutions. We want you to come up with solutions that is a win for you, but not a loss to the distressed seller. We want to make sure that you're proposing something that's a win for them as well. And there's so many different scenarios that can be win-win, starting with taking over payments, leaving mortgages in place, or land installment subject to seller financing, combinations thereof. So we have all the creative strategies to help you to negotiate and close these deals. And we're just looking forward to working with you. We're going to wrap up and close out. So I want to thank you all for being on our Deal Mastery call tonight. Nikki, I want to thank you for allowing us to share your story and your case study. And for all of you that were on live and those of you watching and replay,